Hello, and welcome to English Classes TV Shows Explained.
Hello.
So today we're looking at Friends, and it's the pilot episode, it's Series 1, Episode 1, and today it's going to be plot. So let's talk about what happens in the episode. So the first scene we see them sitting around in the cafe talking, so...
Yeah, and we get to know them a little bit, like characters they have and concerns and things like this, yeah. They're sitting in this cafe that
Central Perk it's called.
Yeah. I think that every episode has a bit in there.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I know that a lot of people, when they go to New York, they want to go to the place, but the place wasn't real. Like everything in Friends is set. I mean, they're not apartments, like it's all together, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
sets,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we find out a little bit about they're quite neurotic, talking about dreams and things that happen. And we find out Ross is divorcing his wife. Why is he divorcing his wife?
Yeah.
And how does he feel about it?
He's very depressed and he's very sad because it turned out that his wife was lesbian and he didn't know about it. So yeah, they got divorced and he's sad. He wants to be in love. He wants to be with her.
Yeah.
Cheryl.
So that he says he wants to get married again. He wants to be married, and Rachel runs in.
Yeah.
Wearing a wedding dress.
Yeah.
So what's happened to Rachel?
She ran away.
Yeah.
From her wedding.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rachel was friend of Monica, and she was looking for her, and she guessed that she would be there, so she went there, and so we know that 5 of other characters, they knew each other before, and Rachel, Rachel was only a friend with Monica before, and she knew Ross before because he's Monica's brother, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so then with the scenes move on a little bit, and we have Rachel talking on the phone to her father.
Yeah, it's very funny conversation when we can see a little bit Rachel's character, and it's funny.
Yeah. When here we see that Rachel is supported by her father, and her father pays for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Monica has a date. Who does Monica have a date with?
Oh, he's dating a guy that she's dating. The guy that she met in her work is Paul, the wine guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's quite excited about the date, and everything goes very well, and yeah, she's happy, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what about Joey? Joey and Chandler help Ross to do something. What do they help Ross with?
Yeah, they're helping him with furniture in his apartment because his ex-wife left with everything, furniture, TV and stereo, and left nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so
Watch out.
The next scene is Rachel calls Barry on the phone. She's leaving a message to Barry, isn't she, and talking about why she's leaving him and things like that. She's not in love with Barry is the problem.
Yeah.
And she feels like she's only marrying him because of expectations.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joey and Ross are talking, and Ross is talking about his failed marriage, and what advice does Joey give? What metaphor does he use? We'll have a look at the word metaphor later.
Try another ice creams, he says, like another flavors, and go grab the spoon, he says.
Yeah. Ross says he only ever wants one girl, and he says there's lots of girls, like there's lots of flavours of ice cream.
Yeah.
And go grab a spoon. Okay. So on Monica's date, what happens on Monica's date? What does Paul reveal?
The wine
guy.
The next day she talks with a friend of her at her job.
A friend of hers?
Hers. Yeah.
No, before that, on the date. On the date.
Mm-hmm.
On the date, Paul is explaining how that he divorced his wife, and he hasn't been able to perform sexually for 2 years. Yeah. And then Monica ends up sleeping with Paul.
Yes.
And she thinks she's cured his impotence. But we'll find out later that's not true.
Yes.
Okay, so Rachel is talking about jobs with the others, and what idea does she have?
I think that she thinks that it's easy to get a job. Like, you go somewhere, you sign some papers, and you are working already, right?
Yeah.
She never worked, and it's funny because Monica tells her, you don't have to be dependent on your father anymore. She said, that's why I was wanting to get married.
That's why I wanted to get married.
Yeah.
So she's going out to find a job. She finds out everyone else has a job, so she goes out to get a
Yeah,
job.
but she fails because, of course, she's not prepared.
Okay, so now we'll go to the bit you were telling me about before with the co-worker, Monica's co-worker.
Yeah, she talks to the girl and it comes out that Paul is a playboy.
A player.
A player, yeah, that he was lying to Monica and he already been before with the colleague, so...
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he'd said the same thing, said that he hadn't been able to do it for 2 years until...
Yeah, so yeah, Monica is quite sad and later in her apartment they found his watch and she, like, in a showy way, she stepped on it.
Yeah, she breaks it, because he says that he broke his wife's watch, so she breaks his watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was... Yeah, okay, so what does Rachel do with her credit cards?
She cut them because she don't
cuts
want...
them. She
cuts them, yeah. Because she don't want to be
She
dependent.
doesn't want...
Doesn't want.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Doesn't want to be dependent on...
On her father, yeah, but later she went shopping.
yeah, but that was before she cut the credit cards.
Okay.
That's why she cut the credit cards, because she bought the boots and they said, how did you pay for those boots? And she said, with the credit card my father pays. And
Right.
they said, okay, you've got to get rid of them then.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happens at the end, because there's a running thing all the way through Friends, which is Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
So what does Ross do at the end? Because Ross is...
Finally, they talk like about their experience, right? Their love experience, and he asked her if he could anytime call her and ask her to go out, and she said yes. So he's quite excited, and
Yeah.
he's saying, "Oh, I will grab this book."
Yeah. So he's asking her if he can ask her out in the future, and she says
Yeah.
that would be okay.
Oh.
Okay, but it goes on for a long time. This is right the way through the whole series, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happens at the end? What happens at the end with Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel gets a job and she's working in Central Park Cafe.
Yeah, she's working in the cafe with
Yeah.
where they go always. Okay, so that's it for today for the plot. So we're going to put another video up explaining all the words and idiomatic expressions, and that's it for today. Okay then, bye bye.
Bye bye.